What's good? What's good? Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a nice, whatever, wherever you are, however late or early it is. Let me just say happy Friday evening to you. This is episode 6 of Jetpack Compose Exploration. There's a bit more UI that I want to get done for my travel application. Hopefully I can get it done, just the rough strokes. And then there's just some architectural stuff that I want to get into. So today is probably going to be UI still, and then I'm going to come up with a better way to structure the data models so that we can replace our test data with still test data but structured test data. I'm not sure how long this battery is gonna last, so it's probably not gonna last the entire stream, and I have to revert to my MacBook camera if that happens. But until then, my fingers are crossed, my Android Studio is open. Let's get right into it. So there's been a new alpha release for Jetpack Compose, which is fun. I think it was like Tuesday or something. They released Alpha 5 of Jetpack Compose, and I have updated this project, but I have not checked any of the release notes. I don't know if this is now gonna like fail to compile or whatever. I just pulled in the new dependencies and that's it. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click the run button and I'm gonna see if it shows up on my display here. I made a vow to myself that I would not complain about my MacBook being slow today, so let's see if that happens. Right now, like as of now, I'm 0 for 5. I've complained every single time. Let's see how it goes today. So far, nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing whatsoever. Oh, it actually does not compile. Okay, cool. Let's see what they changed between Alpha 4 and 5. Okay, so emphasis ambient is now gone. Okay. It has disappeared. So like, does emphasis not exist anymore? Like, provide emphasis still works. Oh no, it's happened again. I don't have the source. There's still this Android Studio bug where it doesn't pull the source jars. That's annoying. I can't quickly fix this now, so I guess we have to deal without the sources for today. All right, let's see. So the emphasis keyword still exists. So what does it take now? Oh, emphasis. Okay. So how do I get emphasis? Well, yeah. Oh, what's this? So I think they renamed this, huh? Yes. What was this before? Like medium? Yeah, it was medium. Okay, so they just renamed this class. So it's not emphasis ambient anymore, but it's ambient emphasis levels. Okay. Well, yeah. Before I thought of ambience as like the ambient is the entity, but now ambient is kind of like an adjective to describe something. So before it was the emphasis ambient, right? This entity that provides emphasis. But now you access the ambient emphasis levels. So there's less focus on the word ambient, I guess. Okay, yeah, that's easy enough to fix. Let's see if we can just rename these and then be on our way. So there should be 2 more instances here. Okay. Well, it doesn't throw any other obvious compiler errors, so maybe that was it already. If so, that would have been a very smooth upgrade path so far. See if I can pull up the release notes for Jetpack Compose. If there even is such a thing. I mean, we have the Android X release notes, and I guess that's why I need to look, but... Oh, what's this? Interesting. So I guess Mark Murphy has made a newsletter for Jetpack Compose stuff. Cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna subscribe to that. That's fun. Not what I was looking for though. I was looking for the release notes, and I think, yeah, let's try here. Let's see if there are any other gotchas that we need to. That's annoying. Okay. Right. So UI is probably interesting. Material, foundation, animation maybe. Okay, let's see. Disable selection in text. That's a big one. That was a bit annoying. Okay, there were some methods removed from size, but I did not use that type. It does not say anything about emphasis, as far as I can see. Maybe not in Compose UI though. Maybe it's... Modifier swipeable has 56 dips threshold for states by default now. Okay. Oh. Deprecates content color and current text style APIs and replaces them with ambient content color and ambient text style. Okay. I am using content color somewhere, I think, but they are deprecated, not just removed. Here you go. That's it. Here. Additionally renamed some ambient properties to better describe their purpose. So content color... Yeah, the only one of those that I used was the emphasis ambient. Okay. Okay, yeah, for content color I gotta look up how this is now supposed to work. You can access the current value by using current. So it's not content color anymore, but rather ambient content color current. It's a bit more verbose, but I think that works. Okay, yeah, same here. Text overflow none. When overflow is none, text won't handle overflow anymore and it'll report its actual size to layout node. Okay. Long press. Okay, yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any other like major breaking changes or anything like that, which is good. Removes nullable type from scaffold lambda parameters. You can use empty content to represent no content for a given parameter. Okay. I'm not sure if that's relevant. I am using scaffold, but like it's merging, so the build is like pretty much done. Let's switch over. So I think that worked. Other than emphasis renamed, everything else should be good to go. And I'm signing up for the Jetpack Compose newsletter now. Because might as well while we wait. Huh? Okay. Well, let's see. I don't subscribe to a lot of newsletters, but when they're about development, I'm a bit more likely to. And getting more resources for this kind of thing is always good, I think. I gotta resist the urge to complain about what's happening right now so hard. I'm not doing it. I am not. It's the initial bump, man. Subsequent builds will be faster. Oh, here's an interesting warning. I'm not sure if now that doesn't show up on stream. Let me move it over. Like this message here. Warning, could not find phi type for register 6. This is most likely due to invalid stack maps in input. I hope that it's not like breaking the build or anything. And like it's not stuck because of this warning. I've never read that before. Let me try Googling for it. No, nothing comes up. That's a really, really recent warning. Yeah, nothing. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna give it a few more minutes and then I'm gonna probably abort and retry. Might as well get everything prepared. So yeah, I can talk about what it is that I still need to do. So back with our trusty design, the third screen is the one that we still have left to do some UI work on. And it shares the same top bar as the previous screen. So that logic we already built, and it's being reused for the third screen, which is nice. Below we'll have to use some like sectioned composables, just a scrolling column with we have these pictures, like square pictures. I'm imagining clicking them will open, I'm envisioning like opening a dialog window, like a pop-up, where you can see the image in like full screen. And then below that is just a different piece of text. And then overlaying this scrollable column, it's not part of the scrollable column, but on the bottom we have some buttons, one for redirection to maps and one to like favorite this particular spot. So that's what we're gonna build today, as soon as this warning goes away and this build completes. I might just get into it, honestly. I might just like try writing more lines here, because I'm kind of tired of waiting for this. I want to get going. So okay, so we're back in spot detail screen. We have the collapsible top bar, and then we have the content below. We are going to, well, we're not gonna pass the view model down just yet. Like after I'm done with this UI work, I wanna like restructure the data, and I'm not sure what is being passed down here. It's probably not gonna be the entire view model. Hey Senya, how you doing? Okay, so I'm going to start with the scrollable column, I think, and then just add these things bit by bit. It shouldn't be too difficult. I can rip most of that from, most of the content here I can rip from other screens, because I've already gone the distance and prepared most of it. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. You enjoy your evening. Okay, so we have outer padding, scrollable column, wrapping around it, and then I'm just going to copy the style of these section headers from the overview screen. I'm copying those, and I will put them on top of the third screen. Okay, let me grab those real quick. Okay, something is happening with the build, so it did not get stuck at dex merging, which is good. It's still kind of doing dex merging though, which is a bit worrying. Well, we'll see. Okay, so section. We had this reusable composable, right? Okay, so my build finished, but I hope my stream didn't get killed, because my chat window just restarted for some reason. But okay, it took 14 minutes. Jesus. Okay, not complaining about the build speed. I am not. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, interesting. All right. So we have a few differences. There are some differences here. Okay, that's interesting. Let me pull up Visor. So you can see the welcome aboard text is not where it used to be. It used to be on the left side, but now it's kind of moved to the center. It literally looks like it's centered now. Okay, that's not how it's supposed to be. Like, these look okay, these look the same. And if I go here, you can see the same thing with the texts that are that fit in one line and there's still some space. So like, for instance, this Raja Ampat, it moved to the right. The R is too much to the right. You can see with Killing King Beach, that's where the letters are supposed to be, like left aligned. And then White Hill is even worse. It just moved to the center for some reason. That is really weird. So there's another difference between the alphas then. Okay, let me address that first before I jump into like a different screen altogether. Right, so what happened here? So we have the header card and this text here is not left aligned anymore. So let me give this a background color. I want to see, like, this is supposed to fill the entire weight. And actually that's what it has in common with the other text that moved to the center. It uses weight 1F to like fill the entire, like stretch out. I want to see if that is actually what's happening. That's still what's happening. Maybe you're gonna left align it or something now, like explicitly. Would be weird for text to be like centered by default. And I mean, none of the other texts are. Like that, it's just the welcome aboard. Like the text below, the will help you find the best experience, that's left aligned. The let's start is left aligned. It's just the welcome aboard. Huh. Okay, well, we'll find it out. We'll figure it out. I just hope the builds are quicker now. Let's see. Compiling. Because I cannot afford to wait 15 minutes for every build that I do. Let's see. Right, while we wait. Okay. Don't have to wait too much longer, I think. Yeah, that's better. Okay, well. Okay, very interesting. So even though I use weight 1F, the text does not fill the width, I guess. Huh. I wonder if that's a bug, honestly. Like, weight 1F means fill everything. And I can't do fill max width here. Huh, I wonder. I wonder if I should try to left align this manually, if that'll work. Let me try that. Oh, it's a vertical alignment. Let's see, alignment. Start. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a... Yeah, I'm not down with the alignment APIs in Compose. I cannot wrap my head around them. Why is this now centered? Okay, let me remove the weight here. I assume that that's gonna make the X button like stick to it. I'm assuming that the text is gonna be left aligned now, but the close button is gonna be sticking right to the text, and it's not gonna. Oh, yeah, okay. I have a workaround for that. I think I'll just add a spacer in between the two, and the spacer is gonna have weight 1F, and then we have just the text, and then we have the spacer as wide as it can be, and then the X at the end. I think maybe that's what's supposed to happen. Maybe text is not supposed to fill weight anymore. I am glad that the show more button didn't break though. That thing cost me so much time. Alright, so what's this look like with just green background? Is it now? It is now left aligned. Okay, it's exactly what I assumed would happen. Yeah, okay, well, I guess then we are gonna use a spacer in between these, and the spacer is gonna have the weight on it. And the spacer is gonna just like... Wait, that kind of reminds me. Does row have some sort of... So like in constraint layout chains, right? In constraint layout chains, you have, you can specify the chain style, and it can be like stuck together, or it can be like spaced evenly and then weighted as well. Maybe Compose has something similar, where it'll just, if a row has two children, it'll just space them as far apart from each other as it can. That might be a thing. Hold on. Is that what arrangement does? Oh, I like these names. I sure like these names. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Here. That does sound exactly like the thing I was looking for. Well, I don't know the difference between space between, space evenly, and space around though. Just gonna try them out, I guess. Oh boy, I sure would love to be able to read the source code now. It's fine. I forgot that that was still a bug. That is a thing. I hope it's getting fixed with a new Canary build soon. Alright, I gotta really quickly switch off some of my settings here. Okay, because I'm getting a warning from my streaming software that the encoding is overloaded. I hope that it's not like too stuttery or anything. I hope it's okay. Alright, back to Visor, and this is what I wanted. Okay, I learned some... Well, wait. I didn't do anything. Gotta remove the spacer. It did not do anything. I want to see what space evenly does. So I remove the spacer, and I want to see if it's still like stretching them out. It's good to know that it would work with the spacer, but I want to see what the arrangement APIs do. Okay, alright, now we can have a look. So this is spaced evenly. It's not what I want, but it's good to know. So now the spacing, there's spacing on the outside, in front of the first and after the last item, and in between them as well. Okay, so that's evenly spaced. So what else do we have? There's space between, space around. I would think that it's space between. Just my gut feeling. Let's see if that is actually the case. Okay, success. Okay, so I'm guessing space... What's the last one? Space around? I guess space around favors the space before and after, before the first and after the last item. Can only imagine, but okay, yeah, cool. That makes this code a bit nicer to read. I can remove the modifier from the text entirely. And let's do the same for this text here, because it's the same deal. This white hill, for instance, it's a text that has weight 1f, and then there's a thing at the end, which is the stars here. So I'm just gonna do the same thing. I go to this row, which is place detail screen content. Inside the cell, I go, this is the image, this is the text content. And I say not weight 1f. This can go away. And in this row instead I say modifier is gonna be arrangement. No, what am I doing? It's directly on row, no? Yeah. So horizontal arrangement is gonna be arrangement space between. And that should again space the two children as far apart as it can. And that should be all that there's to do in my upgrading to Alpha 5. I don't see anything else. Let me check if the animation is still okay. Yeah. Oh, it looked weird. It definitely looked weird. It looks like the X is kind of like moving to the right or something as it animates away. I think I'll leave that as it is for now. Oh, you couldn't even see that. Hold on, let me highlight it again. So when I click the X here at the top, the box closes, but it looks like the close button, the X, sometimes moves to the right as it goes away. Which I'm not sure if that's like an intentional thing on Composer's side. I guess the recomposition as the content gets smaller is a bit off from my end. Alright, so what's this look like now? Oh god. Oh Jesus. Okay, that is not correct. Let's see. Might have something to do with, oh, you know, it forces the text into one line now. Okay, maybe I cannot use space between here. One difference that I have is that on the start screen, the modifier of the row included a fill max width. So maybe I need that here too. That should at least fix the case where, for this cell for instance, where there could be more space between. But it does not fix Killing King Beach. It will fix everything else, but Killing King Beach might be a problem. We'll see what happens. From the preview window, it looks very, very choppy. So I apologize if my video looks choppy today. I might make need to make it a habit to restart my machine before I go on stream. Okay, let's try this again. So Killing King Beach, still terrible. But as I expected, the others are now okay. So White Hill, there's enough space between text and stars. But Killing King Beach... what do we do? I would like for the stars composable to say, hey, I need to be this wide. I cannot be smaller than this size. So please, everything else should accommodate to my request of being that size. Not sure if that's working though. So I might need to make this differently here. So I am going to keep the modifier but remove the horizontal arrangement, and I am actually going to add a spacer here with a width modifier. And no, with a weight modifier. That's what I meant. And I hope that that's going to solve this problem. Still have fill max width for the row. I don't think that makes a difference. Okay. That is unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Yeah, so how do I do that then? I did not think that I would spend time on this today, but alas, that's how it goes sometimes. Well, I can make it so that the text view, like the text composable, is just occupying a fixed percentage of the space that it has. I can just say, okay, make it 60% width, no more. If you need more space, break to the second line. It can be that Spooky Town and Virgin Beach are going to break to the new line, which they don't need to technically. But I guess maybe that is what needs to happen here, because I don't want us to be stuck on this forever. So let's try just width. Oh, wait. Oh, I can't use fill max width and then give a fraction, right? Yeah. So let's do fill max width with 60%. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, whenever I build, my FPS are cut down to 30%. It's interesting to see. Oh well. At least the build times are okay now. Okay, even with this fill max width, it still centers if it has the space. That is so weird. So I wonder, can I... Hold on, let me try something else. Let me try reverting back to the weight 1F on the text view. Text composable. The habits, man. And on top of that, I'm gonna do space between arrangement. Maybe that'll work, right? Because if there is enough space, I say the text view can occupy as much space as it needs, but if there is more, then please arrange them so that they're as far apart from each other as it can be. Let's see, maybe I need to put them together like this. Dang it. That was a good thought. It was a good thought, but alas, didn't work. Do I need another? Let me do some more background color shenanigans. I wanna just check this real quickly. And then here, I wanna do background color green. Then I'm gonna try some other... Let me try space around. I feel like that might be a bug in Alpha 5, to be honest. Not sure if that is supposed to be the case. Oh. No import, huh? Right, so I'm trying space around now. It's the one configuration that I had not checked before on the other screen. Let's see here. Yeah, see what I mean? It's okay for... Okay, Spooky Town has like 1 pixel of red to its left. Killing King Beach is okay. It breaks to the second line even. But the others, they have 1F weight and they're not left aligned anymore. And I cannot... I can only align them vertically inside a row. Is there something new here on text itself? There's text align. Not sure if that's new. But you'd think that it would be start by default, no? But maybe not. Again, I cannot check because the sources were not downloaded. Let me just check it. Let me just check it out. Let me show you the design while we wait. And actually I want to just briefly check my machine's temperature here on the side. Okay. Right. Okay. So, nope. Did not change anything. So if I do fill max width, it will push the stars off screen, doesn't it? Maybe that behavior changed. I'm just trying all the options here because I'm not sure where this is coming from. Yeah, exactly. And still, it's not filling the width. That's gotta be a bug, right? I mean, it just does not add up to me. How's that possible? Like, I say the row is red, and I say fill max width, and I put a text inside, and I say, okay, fill max width of your parent or whatever, and it's just not doing it. That's gotta be a bug. There's just no way. I think I'm going to just abandon this for now and ask somebody. Like, try it in a different project, like Greenfield project, and just throw it on there. Oh, you can't even see it. Sorry. Just throw it on there and say, okay, here's a row. Here's one thing inside. Both of them are fill width, and the inner thing is not filling the width. Like, am I going crazy here? It's not too much to like, it worked in Alpha 4. That's all I can say. Right, so I am going to abandon this. I am not gonna spend more time here. It is gonna be what it is. I will check in with this when the next alpha happens. I will put this back to 1F. I will keep this on the main screen as like weighted with the arrangement here. I like that a lot. And this, I just don't care. I don't care for it anymore. It's fine. I don't want to look at it anymore until Alpha 6 comes along. So let's go and actually work on the third screen's UI. And I will go back to overlaying the design here so that we have it in view. Move a bit closer. Yeah, that should do. Okay. So we need, from the horizontal section, we need the section header style. We need that, and we're gonna put that inside of the content for the third screen. Content padding is gonna be an issue. It's provided from the outside, and I don't know, is it outer padding? Might be outer padding. It is outer padding. Cool. I have that already. It's not going to be title, it's going to be pictures. Right, so that's the pictures, and then we're going to do a image row, which we are going to define in a minute. It's going to get the image URLs, and it's going to be an empty list for now. And of course it's going to get like an on-click listener and whatnot, but for now I'm just going to keep it simple. Okay, so that's the image part. And then below we have another section for introduce, and I will take the liberty here to deviate from the design and call this description, because I feel like it's a better term for this. And nothing is scrolling here, so I'm gonna remove the padding and put it on the outer block. I could not do that on the start screen because the things would scroll horizontally, but here nothing is scrolling horizontally, so I can just apply the side padding globally. Right, so description, same style, and then below we have another text which is going to be just a lot of text, and it's just going to be this very beautiful lorem ipsum, and then I'm just going to copy that like 10 times, just really quickly. Actually, hold on. Isn't there like a Kotlin extension function on string for like repeating stuff? Yeah, let's go. Kotlin is the best language ever. Kotlin is the best language ever, okay. Don't you let anybody tell you otherwise. Let's go. Okay. Right, so whatever, introduction. Doesn't really need a special style. I can just give it body1. I'm not sure if I defined that yet with a custom style, but it's gonna be body1. Right, and I think that is good. We will need to stack the buttons on top of it. And we are gonna do that by wrapping the scrollable column in a box. But the thing is, the scrollable column will need to scroll far enough. Like the content of the scrollable column will need some bottom padding. Because otherwise, like the last line of the description is gonna be overlaid by the button. But how do I make it so? Like, of course, I can hard code the height of the buttons and just apply that to the. Okay, so this is gonna be a box. The column is gonna be inside. So that's the text content. And on top of that, as soon as this reformats, we're gonna have a row. That's gonna be a button row, pretty much. And it's going to have a button with a modifier of weight1. And then a different button, but first we gotta put a text here which says like show in maps. And then we have a second button which says well, it doesn't need anything, honestly. Maybe aspect ratio, maybe square. Yeah, let's make it square. Aspect ratio 1f. Let's give this row some height. Modifier height is gonna be button bar height. I'm gonna define that upstairs. And the button is going to have a icon. Yes. And its asset is going to be vector resource or drawable heart. Do I have heart? I do. Alright, I think that's it. Oh, I do need to define like some other stuff for button. Oh, the on click. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. It's not gonna do anything just yet. Right, so let's define image cell height. I don't need that anymore. But I do need button bar height, and just like from looking at it, I'm assuming that 56 is a good start, and we'll see how we're gonna adjust that in a bit. And then we need the composable for the image row. It has ability to put a modifier on it, and it has image URLs, list of string. And it's gonna have a click listener eventually. It's also gonna be a row, and then it has 3. Oh yeah, let's actually make that configurable. So 3 of these images are shown as squares, and then everything else is shown as a text that says plus however more pictures there are. So we're gonna do, if there's 1, 2, or 3 pictures, like up to the number of pictures, we're just going to display them as square images, as coil images. And then for the rest, we're going to add a text. And then if there's just 1, 2, or 3, then we skip the text pretty much. But I'm not going to build that just yet. I'm going to leave it to do here. I want to see this build and check if just the basic structure here is okay. All right, let's see where we are. Here. Okay, well, that does not look like the thing I expect. So, okay, yeah, I see a couple things wrong with my approach already. The padding is applied to the wrong, like the outer padding is applied to the wrong composable. The button bar is not, doesn't have gravity. It's not like filling the entire height. The heart button looks okay in terms of its size, but its style does not. So it's supposed to be this like outlined kind of thing. It has a different style. The show in maps, like color-wise, it looks okay. So it's the wrong color, but in general, it's not too bad. There's got to be padding between the two, and let's fix all of these issues. Right, so this modifier is going to move up to the box. Which makes these behave properly. I wonder if yeah, I probably should do fill max height here. And then same for this guy. And then I'm doing aspect ratio after so that the width will obey whatever the height is. Okay, spacing in between, I think, can just be done through a spacer here. Just real quick, an easy spacer of, I don't know, 8 dips or something. Let's actually reformat this. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Right, last thing is the style. The style of this button looks way off. Well, thing is though, like I could specify like background color and border, but I'd rather have like a different button style, and then I can just have a style applied to this entire thing. And I guess that could work in conjunction with like a surface, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to make the background transparent. I'm also going to give this a border, because the design has this border around the button, right? So I'm going to give this a, what is this? A border stroke? Yeah. Let's see how this thing works. Width, color, oh, that's easy. All right, so yeah, I don't know, 1 dip. And color is gonna be red, just for checking. No, actually, might as well use the real thing. I don't have this red defined, but I might as well do it now. Okay, let's do red outline, and it's not like a very vivid and saturated red. It's more like a salmon kind of desaturated red. So I'm still gonna give it a lot of red, but I'm also going to bump the other values a bit, and also the alpha. No, the alpha is gonna stay at 1. Let's try this color. Might as well. So I have my colors, red outline, import, comma. I think the ripple should remain though. Okay, did I address everything? I think I did. Let's see. Well, the margins between the texts and the section headers, they are still off. But I don't mind that just yet. I can deal with that later. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that it's supposed to like bottom align. But the buttons are now the same color. Oh wow, that looks weird. That looks freaky. Okay, so what happened there? So all I did was update the color, the background color to transparent, and now the icon is just bonked beyond relief. The show and maps looks good. That is super freaky. Okay. I'm gonna remove the background color. Padding looks okay. It's a bit too... I'm gonna do the same inner padding, like child padding or whatever I called it. List divider padding. I'm gonna use that here. I'm finally gonna move this row downstairs, like to the bottom of the screen. So is this gonna be a line? I think so. I think this is gonna be just a line bottom. Right. Right. Dang it. Well, bottom center then. Yeah. Well, the outline worked. The outline of the button. But I have no idea why the vector resource is just bonked beyond repair. Okay, so it was the background color, like setting a background color to the, applying it to the button. They do have elevation too, the buttons. Well, that's not right. It's not supposed to have elevation. It's all flat, baby. That's a bit annoying, but elevation, 0 dips. Elevation has 0 dips. Okay. Yeah, now I just gotta figure out how to change the background color of a button. Content color, I think, should be the gray, and then that should apply the tint to the icon itself. That should be okay. Do I have gray defined anywhere? Like secondary? Yeah, let's just do secondary. My theme, colors. No, material theme. Colors, secondary. Import that. Oh, it is already. Right, yeah, background color, I don't know. Maybe it's just Maybe it's just transparent, which is wrong. Let me try color white. I want to see. Wow, maybe it was the transparency of the color that I chose. Like this almost looks good. Like this almost looks like the thing. Only thing that I would change is it kind of looks brighter than the white of the background. I think I did not choose 100% white. Yeah, I did not. I chose F0, F0, F0. So it's gotta be that, not color white, but my theme's color. So I'm just gonna use material theme colors background. I would prefer transparent, so that just the background shines through. I would not prefer that, because then the text would shine through. Yeah, okay, that's fine then. Right, so last thing though is you can already see this, but the bottom edge of the text, like you can see in between the two buttons, there's more text here, but I cannot scroll any farther because the text is, like, it's done, it's finished. And even the bottom padding, it does not, it's not enough, so it needs more bottom padding. And that's why I defined the button bar height here, because I'm not sure how I could make this dynamic. So what I'm gonna do is the scrollable column is going to get the outer padding for its start, top, and end values, but bottom is going to be outer padding, and on top of that, button bar height. There's just more on the bottom. As soon as that reformats, I'm going to compile again, and then we should be able to scroll all the way to the bottom. And then I was gonna make the header animate anyway when you scroll down, but I'm doing that later. So next up is gonna be spacers between the sections and their content. So I think I can cop that from the first screen as well. So header section, where is it? Oh, horizontal section, that's the one. So it has text, and then it has content padding values. Does this really have outer padding? Yeah, maybe it does. Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, there you go. That looks good. So I can scroll down, and I can scroll down, and the very bottom edge is visible. Perfect. Okay, let's add some more padding to the sections. Okay. Yeah, it's not as much as the outer padding though. So what I'm gonna do is I will give this height, but just list divider padding. And then I will copy that, and it has to go in between these two, and actually in between these two as well. Yeah, see, did I do that right? Wait, what happened? Why is this now a spacer? Okay. It took a while, but it got there in the end. Oh. I have no idea how long this has been like that, but it looks like my camera has officially given up. So the battery is empty. So, embrace yourselves for... Oh, this has got to be so rough now. Especially compared to the previous quality. Hold on. So I will just get rid of this. And we'll add... And we'll add my other camera. Right, so I hope this is not too terrible compared to like the high-end DSLR camera, but it's what I gotta deal with now. So please excuse the drop in quality. Okay, so right, it's a bit too much at the top. I'm not sure this needs padding at the top. I think I can remove the padding at the top. There's enough there from the top bar already. The paddings in between the sections look good. I'm not gonna change those. Background looks all good now for the button at the bottom here. The bottom buttons. Okay, let's do the image composable. So image row. It's gotta have a bit of logic, that UI thing. So depending on how many items I have, the composable will look a bit different. So first up, the content is going to get like some sort of item. It will get as a parameter probably, but it will get some sort of parameter where I can get the images from. And I'm feeding that to the image row. Now, maybe it's possible. From the design, I'm guessing that, like in this example, for instance, I would do it, so Virgin Beach would have a bunch of images. The first one would be used for the top app bar. Oh, I'm looking at the camera. I gotta look here. So the first one is gonna look is gonna be used for the top bar, right? And then we have 3 more below. So that's images 2, 3, and 4. And then there's 10 more. So it's possible that there's just one image or there's no images at all. This composable can deal with that. In that case, the header would just be empty. But I gotta deal with having a varying number of pictures per place. So what I'm gonna do is I will make this actually not an empty list, but a list of, and then my static image here. Where is it? So I'm gonna use that as a parameter. And then I have passed down from the view model or from wherever, I don't care. I have this. And this is a list of pictures like the entire list of pictures for the composable. Here, can that be nullable? It can be. Cool. So for the top bar, I will use the first image or null if the list is empty. Meaning that top bar will not have an image if I remove this thing from the list. And then all the subsequent images, like if I had more images in this list, they would be fed down to the actual content. So what I do here is I'd say image URLs, actually, it's a list. Image URLs. I'm just gonna say sublist, like, can I slice this? No, I cannot, okay. Wait, there was something. I want to chop off the first element and just have the rest be returned to me without having to... toIndex is exclusive. Well, in that case, it's not too bad. I don't know how sublist is gonna be dealing with, like, if I do sublist 1 like this, I don't know how it behaves for a list that actually has only one item. I hope that works, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. Okay, so this is gonna be like that, and then we have image URLs, or like, actually, let's do picture URLs here to match the naming of my section. And then just quick comment here saying cut off first image since it's already used for the top bar. Everything else is being passed down here. Okay, so in here, what we're gonna do is, if we have more pictures, then we are going to deal with this entire section. Only if we have pictures is there gonna be a picture section on the screen. If we only had one, then we wouldn't even see this, which is nice. Okay, this is going to get this, and then we have, just for consistency, I'm gonna name this picture row. Parameter is gonna be named picture URLs. Okay. Right. Sorry, I was lost in thought there for a second. Cool. Yeah. So first image is gonna be stripped off for top bar. The others are filled down here. And then if I have some more, then I'm gonna emit the entire pictures list. And then picture row is gonna go through these. Let's make it configurable so that we can say, how do we want to phrase this? So I want to make it configurable, the number of squares here. I want to make that configurable. Let's say showcase, maybe showcase count or something. Int, and it's gonna be 3 by default, but we can change it, so it has to be at least 1. No, it can be 0. It can be 0, and the rest I don't really mind. It can be anything. Wait, it's not. course that is a annotation. Oh. Wait. Yeah, there you go. That's what I wanted. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So it can't be negative. Okay, so first up, render showcase images. And then after that, render shortcut to see remaining images. Okay. So we gotta consolidate the number of pictures we actually have with the showcase count. So let's do an integer for loop. For I in 0 until showcase count. We're gonna render if we have an image. So like we're having a declaration like this, being picture URL is gonna be picture URLs get or null. Does that exist? I think it does. Yes. So we get the item. If there is no more item here, that's our kind of exit condition. Thing is though, we need to wait, do we? I was gonna say we need to hold on to how many of these showcase things we actually put on the screen. Let me just write this out as I go along. I might need to figure something else out. So we get the picture URL or we bail. We emit a coil image, if I can spell it right. You emit a coil image with the following data. And it's gonna be a modifier that takes in a width of 140 dips, aspect ratio 1f, it's gotta be square. I gotta clip it, so clipping it with, I forgot which shape that was, I think it's the small shape. So let's do small. Like modifier is one of my favorite APIs of Compose. It's just such a smart solution. Okay, so we have that. What else do we need? We need to make it clickable. And then we have an on-click here. Please import. Thank you. On-click. Oh no, actually I can. It's a trailing lambda, right? Yeah. Is it? Yes. Okay, that should be enough already. And then after, we're gonna emit a spacer with the list, whatever its name was, the list divider padding. So that there's room between the different. I don't need that, I think. I do need that, okay. Right, so we have that. So this is gonna render. So this is gonna render up to 3, or like up to showcase count images. I might need to make that a scrollable row, just in case you were like, okay, I want to have 10 showcase images before I consider putting the plus there. In that case, you'd have to scroll through them. I'm gonna do that. Scrollable row will get the modifier. Yeah. And then at the end, I need to figure out if there is more. But basically, in which case will there be more? If I have showcase count is 3 and I have 3 picture URLs in my parameter, then in that case, you'd only see the 3 squares and there's nothing to the right of them. But if I have like 4 pictures, then I would render the 3 up to showcase count. And then I'd have one more, which is showcase count minus picture URLs.size. In that case, I'm going to do a variable here, remaining picture count. It's going to be showcase count minus picture URLs size. And if that is greater than 0, then I'll add, like append a text to the end. I'm not sure what it is, but my pretzel bailed on me again. It's really weird. Happened last stream too. I don't know what it is. Let me get that set up again. Okay. Right, so yeah, I guess that's really all that needs to happen here. It's gonna be a text. It's gonna have a modifier. We have to vertically center it. So here I can now use align, right? Because I'm in a row, and align will align the content on the cross axis. Is that the cross axis in a row? Yeah, I think so. So alignment is gonna be alignment center. Vertically. Text is gonna be plus remaining. Oh, I wrote a lot of Python today, so I was in Python land for a second there. Plus remaining picture count more. The style I'm gonna cop from the second screen, the underline I mean. Place detail and whatnot. Oh, it's an annotated string. That's fine. Let's import all of these. 2 more to go. Okay. Did I make it clickable yet? I did not. So here's the thing, I'm not sure if I want to make the entire width height clickable, but I think I don't want to. I think I just want to have it like this. Just the text is clickable, and then clicking it will show a pop-up. And then pop-ups are a whole different story. Let's see how those work in a second, but until then. Right, so I have prepared 5 No, yeah, 5 images. Let me do 2 more, so I have 7 now. So what I'm expecting now is that I will have the top image, then I have the picture section. I'll have 3 squares next to each other. They're all the same picture, but aside from that, 3 squares, and then next to it, it should say plus 3 more, because I have 3 more. That makes 3 plus 3 squares plus 1 top bar equals these 7 images. That's how it's supposed to happen. Let's see what's actually gonna happen. Alright, moment of truth. You're seeing it the same instant as I. Okay. What is this? Oh yeah, okay, I didn't crop them. So that's a problem. So because this is a portrait image, it fit inside this box. So if I click it, you can see the actual dimensions of this box, which for one is way too big. So that's a thing. And the show more is not there at all. Meaning that either my conditional is wrong or something about this being emitted is wrong. Okay. Well, let's do something here. Picture cell width is gonna be 140 is way too big. Let's do 80. Let's try 80. And let me not call that width, but size rather, because it's square. So I'm assigning the text at the end to be the same height as the pictures are. And the coil image itself must have cropping, of course. So like zoom in until the whole thing fits. So content scale, which is fit by default, will be crop. Or like center crop or something. Yeah, that one. They are clickable, yeah. Let me check my logic again for... Yeah, I mean, that looks correct. If I have 7 URLs in here, I should be left with 6 by the time this gets to the picture row composable. Let's try this again. I might just do a log statement in there and then check if that actually works. Wait, I'm so... Oh man, I wanted to do a reaction shot, but my OBS is still configured to the DSLR, so I'm just gonna move very closely to my webcam here. That's the phase when the basic math defies you. Alright, I'm done. Obviously, I need to have more pictures than the showcase count, so the size of the pictures must be greater than showcase count, not the other way around. That's almost embarrassing. I'm this close to being embarrassed. Right. One more try. Okay, for some reason my Gradle demon went away. No idea why that happened. But it's possible that we will... Oh, maybe because I aborted the last build. But it's possible that we are now subject to a long build again. We'll see. Hopefully not. Yeah, I think Gradle just decided to bail. That's really unfortunate. Wow. Immediately as I say that, it starts running the tasks. Okay, let's see. Hopefully, should still have most of these tasks be up to date. At least so far it looks good. I feel like after this we should be good with the basic layouting part of the third screen. I want to get to the pop-ups today, so that would be nice. And in fact, I did some research on how pop-up windows work in a declarative style. But the only real reference that I have right now is Alex Lockwood's 2048 implementation, which he did using Jetpack Compose. And in here we have a game UI composable which does use some pop-up dialogues for like presenting like the new game dialogue. It asks you, do you want to start a new game? Yes, no, and it presents that as a pop-up. And what he's doing is he is gonna he defines a state, which is a Boolean state, which holds if a dialogue should be shown or not. And clicking whatever, like interacting with the UI in a certain way, here it is just clicking a button in the top bar. Clicking that will flag this state to true. Then this thing, because it's a remember mutable state off, will recompose whatever is dependent on it. And that means that down here somewhere there's an if. And in this if it says, if we should show like this dialog box, then emit it. And it's just part of the tree. So the alert dialog, this is a custom composable which wraps the alert dialog. And basically we just have the dialogues as part of the UI tree, as the composable tree, and a Boolean flag that kind of toggles them on and off. And you can see in its listeners, it says that the dialogue should then not be shown, meaning that it will be dismissed again. So I think that's an approach that I'm gonna follow. Not sure if that's if there's like a canonical way of doing this. It feels a bit hacky to me, but that's mostly because I'm still not even after episode 6 of this series that I'm doing. I'm still not that intimately familiar with the declarative style of UI design. So I still consider this to be a bit hacky, but maybe that's just me. It's probably just me. So yeah, we're gonna do something like that. And in fact, I will explore... Oh, it's too bad. The GitHub Explorer thing doesn't work. So let me move over to the other screen manually. By the way, we are on a clean build, so it is gonna be a couple more minutes before we can continue. It's still stuck in the compile Kotlin Gradle task, so it's gonna be a while longer. So yeah, here is here's this custom composable for the alert dialog. It's just a wrapper which emits the listeners and has like 2 buttons. Oh, text button is interesting. What's the difference between button and text button? Maybe the style. Huh. Yeah, so this is probably what I'm gonna copy out. Actually, might as well do that now while we wait for the compilation. Oh, I did hear some. Hold on, I just saw some warnings in the console, and we can theme that here. We can see that here. We read about this earlier in the stream, where content color is deprecated. Use ambient content color .current directly. So we might as well do that while we wait. So in here, in the star rating composable, I am defining the ability to set a custom color for these stars. And if you don't give one, then it is just the current content color. So what I'm gonna do is, does this have? Oh, it does. Okay, cool. I love it. They're making use of the replace with annotation in Kotlin. Nice. So yeah, replace that with the ambient, the new way of doing it. So that's good. That's just a little more verbose. I don't mind that at all. Okay. What did I want to do like 10 minutes ago? Right. Yeah, I wanted to check that these images are not currently correctly working. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, yeah, here is a bit of an annoying situation. It's still scrolling. Not sure I like that. I might make these even smaller. And again, the site padding is pretty large. This does not have as much side padding. So I think, wait, is the padding applied like twice? So we have collapsible toolbar, here's the content. So we pad this. Yeah, and then we pad it again. So this content padding does only needs the bottom value, and also it just needs this because it also applies it twice otherwise, doesn't it? No. No, I think the bottom needs to have that. Alright, let's try this again. This is too indented. I still think that it could be a bit smaller. I might try 64 dip for the pictures. That together with the reduced padding on the sides, that should be enough to make 3 images fit on the screen. And also the plus text, which now works. So we have seven images for this test here. 1 is at the top, 3 are shown, and then the other 3 are hidden behind the text. Nice. You can click everything. Better. Okay, the test text here at the bottom looks super weird now. Oh, by the way, I cannot select this text anymore by long pressing on it. That's good. Yeah, that is better. That is what I wanted, and that is also what I take away from this design here. Okay, cool. Well, let's make some things clickable. And I will start with the pictures. I will not be able to finish all the click listeners probably, but that's okay, I think. Yeah, I think that's fine. Right, let's, I want to try some edge cases actually. I want to remove all of these images except for the first one. I want to see the logic work in that the picture row should be missing. If we don't have any pictures, it shouldn't be showing. It should just have description. Okay, yeah, it is missing. And the last edge case that I want to check is, what if I don't have enough images to make the text at the end appear, to click for more pictures? That's the last thing. Once that is confirmed working, then we will get to attaching the click listener for the pictures themselves. And we'll start with the square pictures. And open a dialog window that'll just show that image in its full glory. Yeah, just like full screen. Maybe even like overlaid as like a full screen overlay or something. That could be fun. There wouldn't be an alert dialog though, and I kind of want to check alert dialogs today. So I'm gonna do alert dialog today. Not gonna bother with like full screen overlays, even though that is probably in the end what's gonna happen. Okay, that also works. So let's get rid of visor and let's get back into the code. I'm gonna re-enable all of these and then going down here to picture row. It's gonna be clickable. So what is gonna happen when we click on a picture? So it's supposed to show a dialog box, but it is gonna be a dialog box with a specific like picture URL that we're gonna show in the dialog. So I have to remember that particular dialog. In that case, I might as well not use a Boolean state, but a nullable string state. So what I'm gonna do is, in the picture row, I'm gonna remember this state. So I will do I don't know, overlay picture URL state. That's really weird. I don't want to do the. Oh, why is this private? Equals remember, and then it's a mutable state of string, but it has null like string optional, and it doesn't have anything yet. Let's import all of this. Okay. When I click on an image, then I will update this state's value to the picture URL. Just quickly adding a comment here. Oh, I think I need to hoist this up, because we're on the level of the picture row, and the dialog box should be like on top of everything, not just the picture row. So I need to hoist this up. Okay, well, let's do overlay. Oh, do I need... Wait, no. All I need to do is just add a click listener here. On picture clicked is a string accepting lambda returning unit. This moves up, and then this will invoke the lambda with this picture URL. So moving up to the content, I think I need to hoist this up even further. So this is gonna be, what did I call this? Overlay? Oh no, I didn't call it anything here. Yeah, I'm moving this up as well on picture clicked. Then here is where I will put the state. And when I create the content, I will give this a lambda saying that on picture clicked, I will update the overlay, whatever it is, overlay picture URL state. I will update the value to it, to whatever the image URL that was clicked, whatever that was. Okay. Right, yeah, so that's the content. And then if I have something here, I guess. Okay, I am gonna check. I am gonna use the var here, the var and the delegate property. It's a bit less annoying to use. Okay. I might need to import some things. Let's see if the compiler complains. Yes, it does. I don't know. I don't remember what import this is though. Hold on, I gotta cheat and look at Alex Lockwood's repo again. Get value, get value, get value. Oh, it's just compose runtime, I think. They better fix this too, like the imports for get value and set value. And I do need set value as well, I think. And now both of these red markers should go away. Like this should go away, and then... Let's see. Please? Yes. Yes. Okay, cool. So yeah, if picture UL, then dialog goes here, pretty much. Let me pull down the lambda here, connect these two. Right, and this is invoked correctly, yes, okay. Right, so let us go to the widgets and create a custom dialog, like pop-up. Creating a composable function called pop-up, which has a few things. Has a title, has a message, has a... Well, it's just gonna be... Wait, I don't think I need this just yet, because it's not a like yes or no dialogue. It's just gonna be a notification pretty much, and you can click it away. What am I doing? Alright, so I'm gonna emit an alert dialog. That alert dialog, yes. Its title is a composable. It's really cool how you can configure everything. Like this could be an image now. Do I need a title? Not really. I mean, it should just be content like filling the screen. I don't think I need a title. Is this nullable? Sure is. In that case, text or like content is gonna be a coil image. Modifier is gonna be fill max width, I suppose. No, let's do fill max height and then make it fill 75% of the screen. Data is gonna be overlay picture URL. And what? Oh, because it's nullable? Smartcast is impossible as a property that had open or custom getter. Okay. Well, if I have to make a variable anyway, then I might as well do the state field here. So changing that, and then doing this, reading the reading the overlay picture URL state here. And then if it's not null, then I can use it and smartcast it. Okay. No need to... I don't want to crop this. I want to make it so that the user can see it in its entire glory. So it's going to stay by default as it is. Text. Confirm. But oh wait, what do I need here? What do I have to give? Buttons. Okay, so if we have one variant that takes an array of buttons, or rather a composable. And then we have another one which has a confirm and a dismiss button. So I'm just going to do a dismiss button here. And give this, actually gonna totally steal this and say text button on click is gonna be just removing the URL picture state again. So basically closing the dialog. I'm gonna reset the state to 0, like to null. And then in here I will, this is really verbose. I'm probably gonna, like in a real app, you'd have to wrap this in a better composable that's more accessible. But for now it's okay. Like this is customizable to the point where it becomes tedious, almost. What now? Did I mess it up? I don't see it right now. Wait, I don't see it right now. What's wrong here? None of the following functions can be called with the arguments supplied. Text dismiss button. That's a thing, is it not? Did I not see that earlier? So dismiss button. Title. Oh, I see. I think I see what it is. Okay. So if I use this variant, then I have to give a confirm button, which is not what I want. So I will use the other variant instead. So I'm gonna use this version here. What else is there? Please tell me. On dismiss request. Well, in that case, I kind of need to do the same thing. You know what? This already is a bit tedious, so I will actually put this into its own file. Let's do a dialogs.kt or something. And then emit this in a custom composable called I don't know, full screen image dialog. Of course gets a picture URL and then it gets a listener on closed, like on dismissed. It's called dismissed, right? And then just emit all this stuff here. Put this here. Invoke. Come on. Invoke this here. pretty sure I can do this. And I can do this. Then as soon as it also figures out that this is a composable, we should be good. Yeah. Let's do that. That's a better API. So full screen image dialog with picture. Did I really call it picture here? Let's do it image URL. Or rather, no, image URL is fine. Image URL is going to be the overlay picture URL. And then on dismissed is going to be resetting the state to null. Right, and all of this can just go away. And I'm going to give the ability to update the button text. By default, it's going to be close. I kind of like my string resources, to be honest. So I'm gonna use that. Button text int equals r string. I don't know, close or something. Or honestly, to be even more flexible, I will make this actually string, but it is gonna be by default the string resource. Close. And in here, button text. Import R, import string resource, make this a comma. Come on, you can do it. All right. So dialog close or a button close. Let's create that. Okay. Right. Let's allow for some modifiers to be applied from the outside, just in case. And by default, it's gonna be fill max height. So if you want it, you can give it a different look and size. Right, let's try that. So what I've done is I have all the way down here, when I click on a picture, I invoke this lambda. On picture clicked, it's gonna bubble up to this content, which is gonna bubble up to this thing here. Where is it? Here. To this thing. And it's gonna update a state. Updating the state will recompose this part, and it'll, because there's now a value here, show a dialog on top for this picture URL. And then inside I will put this picture in a dialog and show it. When the dialog goes away, I reset the state, I recompose the screen, and the dialog should go away. That's the theory. Let's hit compile. The dialog for the plus more, like for the text for the pictures, is going to be similar, but the content is going to be different. So I will just lay out a grid or something, a grid of all the pictures. Yeah, I think grid of pictures is the way to go. Honestly, not sure if I'm gonna go that far with this app. I'm approaching the part where I'm all right with what I've explored. I kind of want to do still I kind of want to have the experience of like scrolling and updating something while scrolling. So maybe that is a venture that I'm gonna go explore, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna fill out all the details for this overview page here. Maybe I'm connecting Google Maps. Maybe I'm connecting that button today, and then I'm gonna call it. All right. Alright, so next compile cycle I will look up the correct intent for Google Maps, so I can be productive while I wait for the app to build. Alright, here we are. Okay, so this looks unchanged. Let us click on a picture. Oh, what? It has an animation too. That is cool. Oh, there's the close button. It's really weird. Okay. What a weird animation. I can only imagine that that's because of the coil image or something. And I'm not so sure that 75% is the way to go. Let's do 50. And well, how is this? Like, does this have like a slot for background? Background color. Properties. What is properties? Dialog properties. Huh. Does this have a builder? No? No. properties. I mean, I would just click this, but alas, it doesn't work because I upgraded my version of Compose and I cannot read the source code anymore. Well, it's an interface, but what's the implementation? Yeah, I don't know. Android dialog properties. Okay, that sounds like an implementation. Secure policy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I remember that from the release notes earlier, where the dialog inherits the secure flag of its parent. Okay, so that is what that is. Okay, so that's not helping me at all. So what's the default background color? Is it transparent? That is really weird. Why would this be transparent by default? Maybe I just need to place the content in a box. Like Alex Lockwood didn't have to do that for his game dialogue. All he did was emit a text, that's it. And I wonder why. Let's see, game dialogue. Yeah, no idea. And why is the button on the left side? Very, very weird. I want to try emitting a text here. I want to see if maybe using a coil image will destroy the default styling or something. Just checking. Now it's just transparent. Do I have any color set to transparent in my theme? No. Oh, yeah, I do. Surface, of course. Okay, so dialogue is a surface, which makes sense. Right, okay. So I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. So I'm gonna wrap this in a surface then. Because I don't want to get rid of the surface being transparent by default. It is really useful in a lot of places in my app. And I'd rather have a special surface here for color being material theme. Colors, and I will use I guess background, which should now render the thing in background in the background color and the content in gray. Okay, so might as well move back to the image. I think the proportions now look better. Let me actually check the... Yeah, it looks better now. So the coil image being loaded in a dialog causes this weird jitter to happen. Let's see what it looks like when the dialog actually has a background. Okay, so I found the code to redirect to Google Maps, and we're gonna do that after this. Okay, no change. Wait, okay, in that case, let's go into debug mode. It's gotta be this. So let's see, my colors.white. If I use that as my surface color, then surely it will use that as the background color for the dialogue, no? Okay, yeah, so this is now broken, obviously. Okay, yeah. So that is what was happening. Thing is though, just using a surface around this here did not change it. But well, I wish I could just read the source code for alert dialog now. This is really, really, really bothering me. I mean, this does have another property, which is like you can set the color directly or something. Yeah, content color and background color. But I'd rather it be inferred from the surface around it. But I guess that's just not how it's gonna work, is it? So let's do background color equals material theme, colors, background. And then revert this. Let's see what it is now. Okay, so it is the background color specifically. Yeah, and this stutter is super annoying. I guess you could kind of like tie it to like coil, or maybe you can. I guess coil has a default animation or something. Maybe you can turn that off. It doesn't really jump out at me. I mean, there's a loading lambda, but well, I guess what you could do is you would just you load the image first, and then like in its success callback or whatever, you would emit the alert dialog. Does that work or something? Maybe. Let's see. But it doesn't know how big it is then. You know what? I'm not gonna bother with it. It's okay. It's janky. It's janky as hell, but it's okay. All right. That looks good. Okay, I'm okay with that. Good. Let me connect the show maps button now, and then I will call it a day. So all the way down here we have show in maps, and clicking this button doesn't do anything just yet, but it will now, because we will emit the on show maps or on show in map clicked, which is a new lambda here. On show in map clicked. No parameters, no return type. Just straight up invoking it. On show in map clicked equals, and then here we're gonna give it a lambda. It up even further. On show in map clicked. Yeah, this does not need to be parameterized. On back pressed, on show in map clicked. We're going one layer up to, I think what is it? Travel app, yeah. The travel app. This is the root composable. I'm adding on show in map clicked. And doing that will be an action. And it will be on show in map pressed. A new action in my navigator. It's going to receive a location object. Ah, that's annoying. No, hold on. I'm gonna give it a latitude, longitude. Just because I already have a location type in my app. And I gotta rename that ASAP, but for now, it's okay. And this is going to navigate me to the destination of map with latitude, longitude provided to it. It's going to be a new destination in my sealed class. Map, latitude, longitude is a destination. Right, so this is going to resolve now. Going back. This is going to get the, well, it's eventually gonna get the real geolocation for the place that you selected, but for now it is going to get hard-coded coordinates, and that is actually where Virgin Beach is. I just looked that up, and honestly, so here's the thing. How do you... Like, this is now supposed to open up a new activity altogether. How do I do that from this composable? In reality, I would need to give this even, like, I would need to pass this even higher up the chain. Well, maybe I can by putting this here and saying yeah, I don't know, honestly. Is there an ambient for the current activity? No, it would be ambient activity or something. Like activity current, nothing. Oh my god. I think my I key is broken. There's context ambient. Wait, isn't the context enough to do start activity? I don't need an activity. Do I? Sure don't. Okay, cool. Yeah, in that case, I'm just gonna... What? Okay. And in this case, I'm assuming that that's how you do it. Like in my navigator, I just start an activity if I actually want to go somewhere else. No idea if that is what's supposed to be done, but it is what I'm doing now. Okay, so we have a view intent with the data of URI parse geo. It's going to have destination. Which comes first again? I think latitude comes first, right? Yes. Yes. And then comma. And then a longitude. That's not a UT, but a URI. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I have. And then I also have to give it the package because I only want Google Maps to reply here. Wait, does that have a setter? Yes. And oh, that's annoying. I should query this, shouldn't I? Okay, I will query it. Well, this does have the nice side effect of, like, if I don't have Google Maps, then I can just emit something in the composable instead. And then just say, I don't know, lol, you don't even have the Googles, right? What's this? Oh, is this about Android 11's? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a future me problem. Okay. Yeah, I think this is how you do it. Just start an activity from a composable tree. Honestly, I'm not sure what would happen if I went back then. Like if I do this and it starts activity and then I move out of the app and then I hit the back key and I go back, then this is still my current destination. But yeah, we'll get to that when we get to it. I might need to switch it back to the previous destination or whatever. I'm not sure. Not sure yet. Or I don't even make this a new destination at all. just in the actions, I just open the new thing. It is gonna be a problem because this is not a composable function and I cannot access the ambient in it. However, might be okay if I mark it as composable. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I wanna see what happens first. Do I even call this new lambda here? Okay, I do. Well, let's find out. So here's our visor. We go here. I click. We go to Google Maps. It is actually going to Virgin Beach. And then I move back. And that is what I thought. It still has the map as its like current destination. Okay, so let me try something else. Maybe I don't want to navigate away here. Maybe I will do what I've done here. And just paste it here. So this is gonna give me a problem, like an error, when I try to access this ambient. And this I don't need. So this is a problem now. It says, oh, it's not a composable, you can't do this. So what if I make it one? Now this works. Now, the thing is, does this still work? Doesn't look like it. What if I make this a composable? Okay, compiles in this file, compiles in that file, compiles in this file. Maybe. It feels a bit hacky, but we'll see. Oh? Well, that's not confusing or anything. It's okay. I gotta composables all the way down. Let's see if that actually works. I have no idea. Should make this go away. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right actually. Hold on. If this works... It doesn't because this lambda is not a composable. Okay, well, that was a failed experiment. I have no idea how to start a new activity from a composable context. Well, unless I give it a context. I'd rather not, though. But, hold on. Maybe something else. So I do need the context, right? So I might as well give this in as a parameter to actions. It's not gonna change. And if I do need it, then I can use it here. And I give it through here, which is a context ambient. I wonder if they're gonna rename these too. Because it's now the ambient emphasis, so the ambient is now the prefix, but this thing is still called context ambient. Why? Why is this the way it is? Okay, whatever. Okay, one more try. Get rid of all of these. This should be able to hold on to the context. It's just used for starting the new activity. And even if this composable were put inside a fragment, the context ambient would be referring to its activity anyway. I don't know, LGTM. Let's see if this actually is a thing. I mean, the intent itself worked fine. It's just I don't know if I can lazily store this context like that. I mean, it should be okay in terms of like memory leak or whatever, because even though this is remembered, this should not outlive its activity. This is just for like configuration change, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that works. Let's just click it. Okay, oh, I didn't even show that. Whoops, I'm sorry. Ah, here you are. Okay, so I'm clicking the show in maps. Moving to Google Maps, I do the back gesture, and I'm back here. And I can again click the different things, and all of these work. Okay, cool. I will leave it at that, I think. That is gonna be it for today. What else is there for me to do? Like data models would be a big thing, but that's more of an architecture thing and less of a UI thing. I would like these locations to be in a more structured fashion so that I don't have the same image everywhere and it's just hard-coded. In a real app, of course, you'd feed that in through the view model, have a repository behind it, all that good stuff. I'm not sure if that's really gonna help me much. Yeah, man, I'm not sure. This is just a very rudimentary implementation of the travel app, but I think I'm okay with that for the time being. There's dialogues missing, there's functionality missing. I would still like to do the scrolling thing, so maybe I'm gonna dedicate one stream to that. But other than that, I think I'm okay with leaving this travel app behind. Cool. Right, so I am unable to switch to my big face cam now, so I'm just gonna move me all the way. So here's my improvised face cam. Right, that's it for episode 6 of Jetpack Compose. I will make sure to recharge the battery of my DSLR for next time. Hopefully it wasn't too bad in terms of like choppiness with this stream. My machine was really under a lot of pressure today. Damn it, now I did complain about it, didn't I? I didn't wanna. Well, take care everybody. Bye bye.